Are you rethinking your purpose in life? Being centered in a strong spiritual connection is more important now than ever. Hi, I'm Bryn Blankinship, hypnotherapist, international instructor, and author. Each episode, I'll share my experiences with guiding spiritual regression clients into the afterlife and the soul lessons gained, prompting you to explore your own soul's journey and empowering you by shifting your perception of yourself and your place in this world. I want you to know that you're here by design, not by accident. You are not alone. You are loved. You are here on purpose, for a purpose. When you stand in your truth and fulfill your purpose, you support others in fulfilling theirs. If this intrigues you, stay tuned in as we explore. Hey, everybody. Happy full moon. Happy April 1st. So spring is here. And we are going to be talking about empowering the modern healer, okay? Because we've been talking about my clients, we've been talking about the afterlife, but some of you are being called to be hypnotherapists. You want to get that certification, you want to get that training. Either you've had a session or you, and that is prompting you to want to do it, or you just know that this is something that you want to do. And that goes into, as we talk about the afterlife and our purpose for being here, we are not here to become whole. We're already whole. As a soul, we are whole. But we are here to experience, we are here to experience and to complete the experience by playing the various roles around all the things that we do when we come to incarnate. Many of us have incarnated in this time in history, not only to complete our own soul's experiences, but to also complete those of our ancestors. So there's a lot of ancestral healing that takes place. And when we're doing that, we're shifting the planet one person at a time. That's how you make a huge impact. Shifting yourself and then shifting each person that you're supporting with that piece of the journey that they're on. And you are then shifting the planet because all that energy goes back out into the world and the old energy has been transformed into something new. And Gaia, the earth, is absorbing all that energy as well and transmuting it. So we're playing our role by shifting those emotions, all the negative patterns that have been brought through, whether our own or through our ancestry. It could be through the soul's growth, it could be through ancestral growth, but we are shifting the energy with each client we work with. And we're shifting our own energy as well with each client we work with. Because I learned something new with every single client that sits in my chair. I've been doing this for over 20 years. I don't even know how long I've been doing this. So I want to talk to you today, not only about empowering the modern healer, but transpersonal hypnosis itself is a growing profession. There's an increasing demand for hypnotherapists in the healing field, and it's helping the healing arts to reimagine healing by having more practitioners doing this kind of work. And we are talking about transpersonal hypnotherapy. We're talking about spiritual hypnotherapy. We're not just giving affirmations or one-line statements to the mind to help create a shift there. We're speaking about client-centered, heart-centered hypnosis because the client holds the answers to all of their healing within themselves. They created the issue. They know how to create the solution. We are giving them the format so that they can do that. So with these modern tools, they're rooted in age-old practices for healing, for self-discovery, for rebalancing the emotions, for behavior change, habit change, and we're helping people to achieve personal growth, to awaken their own intuition, and to gain deeper insight. So we're putting the client in that chair and they're reading themselves from a deeper place. And hypnotherapists play a vital role in that, in this client-centered transformation through timeless spiritual and hypnosis practices that serve as a catalyst for transformation. So we're combining both traditional wisdom with modern techniques when we're doing this work. And I don't always focus on that. I'm telling you stories about the afterlife stories, the past life stories, the client transformation. But there is a science behind this as well. Science is starting to recognize more of our holistic practices, including hypnotherapy, and amazing, amazing breakthroughs are happening. Things that we already know as practitioners, they're starting to acknowledge, right? So, what we're doing is, as we're guiding clients on that journey of self discovery and soul purpose, they are growing past those outgrown ways of thinking and they're ready for what replaces it. So, also for people moving into the practitioner role. Like you've learned a lot, you've moved through your stages, whether it's through hypnosis or other modalities, and now you're ready to learn more about this hypnosis technique, the practice of hypnosis, to learn solid techniques that can give you something to really work with when you're working with clients. It gives you a nice format and you're feeling that shift within you and you're feeling like something needs to change, it needs to go to the next level, and you're following your calling to guide others into hypnosis. So, you're feeling that pull and it's drawing you in. That is what's happening. And then it's empowering you to go through this training, to go through the certification. So, what if what you've been waiting for to fulfill your purpose is this? And taking the hypnotic path to something more, something deeper, something that's opening you up. So, we're going to talk about this today because I have the last in a series coming up for the 2-day intro to hypnotic induction on April 11th and 12th. So, that's coming up next weekend in a week. And it is live, interactive, online. It's a 2-day first step to introduce you to hypnotic induction. And it's the first step before you take the professional hypnotherapist and regressionist certification. Dual certification. You'll come away, once you complete everything, you'll come away with certified hypnotherapist title and certified regressionist. And you'll have put yourself in the client chair through all of those experiences, and you're learning through lecture, demo, and experientials as the practitioner and as the client in the training live. So you learn a lot by doing that, and you're breaking through your own patterns. Any things that are holding you back, any things that are keeping you from being the practitioner that I know that you can be, you can work through those through the training. So you come out on the other side feeling stronger, more rooted in your practice, just feeling really grounded as you're taking these steps. And then hypno skill sets is level 1. That is April 22nd and 26th. And HypnoRegression is May 13th and 17th. So we have the 2-day that leads you to the 5-day coming up at the end of April, and then the 5-day coming up in May. And we added this extra class because we had a lot of interest, and people were like, oh, I just missed the other one. So we've got another one for you to get into, and then you roll into the bigger course, and you can be certified in just a few months. It starts you on a journey that just kind of perpetuates as you get started, and you go through all the stages, and then you're there before you even know it. So, what you're experiencing is your own empowerment through the hypnosis certification, your own hypnosis and past life journey. There's personal growth, it's personal development. You're gaining a deeper awareness, you're opening your intuition, you're crossing these energetic thresholds that are awakening intuition each step of the way. So you already have intuition, but I'm teaching you to tune into it, to listen for yourself, and to listen as a practitioner when you're working with clients, right? And to trust it, to really be able to trust that intuitive voice that's guiding you say you have a client in front of you and you're like, I don't know, should I use this technique or this other one? And you really get the intuitive hit that tells you what to do for this client to give them the best experience and really work with their issue smoothly, the best that you can. So you're going to come away with a lot of tools that you can use. And you're essentially what you're doing each step of the way is you're aligning with the inner healer within. Your guides are here with you. They're adding new guides that are helping you as your hypnosis guides come into play, your past life guides come into play and stand behind you and support you. And you are aligning with the empowered inner healer that you are so that you can go out and do the same work that I'm doing. You know, I started way back. I remember what it was like to be in that chair, and I'm going to help guide you through this process to get you through those hurdles and get you up and practicing, just like I have so many other students along the way. And my students are global. They're from all walks of life, all around the world. And that is what's so incredible, that people say the same things when they're drawn to the training. So as you're embracing your spiritual gifts, if you're sensitive, if you're an empath, we're going to not only help you to embrace your empathic gift, that's a wonderful tool as a hypnotherapist, but we're also going to help you with empathic shielding techniques. And this is something that I've developed along the way to help my clients and my students while they're learning tools that are going to assist them along their own journey. So your empathic gift is something that will help you. All the clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyance, all of the clairs assist you with being a practitioner. So if you have those gifts, this might be a place for you to utilize them. You know, notice where you feel drawn. And, students who have taken the course have said things like, I don't know. I just had a growing interest all of a sudden in hypnosis and past life regression. And then I found you. I just had this unexplained pull towards the field, or these synchronicities just kept coming up, and hypnosis and past life regression, or Bryn, your name or your training kept popping up. I went to see a hypnotherapist and she had trained with you, and your name just kept coming up. So I went to the website and I saw that you had a course coming up. I mean, that's kind of how it works. It's subtle, but it's like it still kind of pokes at you until finally you take those steps and you understand why you're being guided there. And definitely utilizes your spiritual gifts and abilities. And it's also for people that are feeling like they've outgrown their current career path and they're feeling a pull to something more spiritual. And it doesn't mean, because, whatever your career path, it is part of your soul's purpose. But some people want something more tangible in the spiritual community, in the spiritual healing arts field. And that's what this course does. So, whether you're starting a practice or you're an existing practitioner, you could be a therapist or a body worker or even a coach. These tools in this training bridge mind, body, spirit. They work with behavior in a way that few modalities can do, and they help to create lasting change for your client. So it's not about repeating an affirmation or listening to a tape for 30 days. That is one way. This way is about guiding your client into that deeper state, having your client tell you about the issue, why they created it, and also what the solution is. So you're helping them align, like, this is the issue and it's not lining up with what their goal. This helps them line up and everything becomes more balanced inside, more peaceful, but your client holds the answers within themselves. I'm showing you how to help your client find that. And they're becoming more intuitive. They're opening up as well. And it's lasting change, because once they make that connection, That part's done. There could be something else or maybe a different issue that they want to work with, but that piece is done. And this course offers a supportive learning environment for you to do that. So you can feel more empowered by trusting yourself to let go more and go into that space to get real skills for real transformation. So you're trusting yourself to let go in this environment, to explore, and then you start to explore deeper within yourselves the same way your clients are going to learn to do, because you're going to show them how to do that because you've been there first. And, students can be counselors, they can be nurses, artists, art entrepreneurs, practitioners from all different walks of life have answered this call. There's backgrounds are so diverse, okay? Housewives, stay-at-home dads, looking for something that they can do around their children's schedule, but something that's meaningful for them. So, if you're rethinking your direction in life or want to expand your existing practice, you're feeling that call, you want to awaken to the next level of this work, you're just feeling an interest or a draw towards past lives, past life regression, you're having spontaneous reactions when you visit places and you want to learn more about that, this is something that you'll learn in this class. That in itself is really powerful. I've had that happen all the places, many, many places that I've visited around the world. I've had a sense of knowing that I've been there before. I've gotten some information about it, and then I've been able to explore it deeper once I went into a past life session and get confirmation, names, dates, skill sets, all kinds of things. It is incredible. So the more I got into this work, the deeper I got into this field, the more I uncovered about myself and my own past lives. And certification starts to expand your services as a practitioner, but it also deepens your impact. So everything that you've trained in, everything that you've done before is going to come into play now. So if you've gotten Reiki training or in energy work or body work, or if you're a business professional, you've got business skills, right? If you're a mom or a dad, you have intuitive skills, especially moms out there discount their skill sets. You're getting the kids getting them up and dressed to school every day. You're in touch with their feelings and what they need and their needs. Like your intuition is heightened when it comes to your kids because their DNA came from your DNA. And so those skill sets can help you as a practitioner. And it's something that can be flexible around your schedule when, you've got children at home. You can schedule sessions for when they're at school, or you can schedule sessions for nights and weekends around your current schedule. So it's really up to you how you want to do this. And it's live, interactive, and online. That's what's so great about it. And I'm empowering you to take the steps that you're going to set up your practice the way you want to set it up. You're going to do what you want to do. And certification, as it's expanding your skill set, there's a scientific perspective because it's supporting measurable changes within your clients. Things like stress and pain or habits, blood pressure, traumatic responses to experiences can be lessened, and that can be measured. So there are a lot of measurements within the body that are the body maintains naturally that have been measured through scientific studies with clients who have either had hypnosis or they were under hypnosis at the time. And then we haven't really even gotten into enough study on past lives and between lives because profound changes happen there. But science is starting to catch up with that as well. And those happen at the deepest levels of our consciousness. So we go into a deeper state of awareness to tap into that and kind of bring that up to the surface so that we can understand it and then make the necessary shifts that are needed to support our body and ourselves now, because that behavior is outgrown. We don't need the fear that happened during a traumatic event. we can learn to calm that fear. We don't need the fears that happen because we're empathic and we picked up other people's energy, not knowing what that was when we were a small child. But now, as an adult, we can learn to balance that and actually utilize that. So everything that you've learned through your experiences is going to help your clients with their experiences as well. We're rewiring those old patterns and the things that led to the pain or the stress, the habits. And also the practical perspective. It's giving you structured, repeatable techniques, a method that you can access the subconscious where real change is taking place for your clients. And even though it's a structured method, no two sessions are the same. No two clients are the same. No two clients have the same reason for why they're doing what they're doing. So I'm giving you techniques so they can go and access the deeper part of themselves and really bring that to the surface to understand why and what that is. And also, because let me just back up for a second. When I was mentioning you can use a tape and repeat that for 30 days, change takes place, but it's because it's sinking down through the mental level, kind of breaking through those barriers to get to the subconscious level. We are starting at the subconscious level. We're just starting there with our clients, getting them there that much faster. And so also the intuitive level. So the intuitive perspective is strengthening intuition. It is strengthening your ability to guide your clients into deeper awareness and deeper transformation, whether past lives or accessing deeper knowledge in current life. It's awakening you to your soul's purpose. It's helping you with each layer that you're working with your clients to help them with their soul's purpose. I mean, it's multifaceted, the different perspectives that this covers. And it's just really profound. I can't express to you enough. And I've had a lot of things that have been happening lately that are bringing up some past life stuff that are tied to the land that my center is on. I've known I've been here before, but I'm getting details. Like, it's incredible stuff. And it's incredible to watch others who have taken the course or have had sessions with me or my students awakening to that deeper knowledge within them. And then having an understanding of why they're drawn to the things that they're drawn to, why they're repelled by the things they're repelled by, and putting some of those things to rest, bringing out other skills and abilities that it's now time to embrace. So if you're even thinking about certification, if this is something that has been interesting you and that you've been drawn to, if you're thinking about why get certified, you can access the subconscious mind where lasting behavior change occurs for yourself, for your clients. This supports the neuroplasty and habit change. It's rewiring that's backed by research. It's adding a high value and an in-demand service. People are contacting me all the time. I can't keep up with the number of people that contact me for private sessions. I refer them out to my students because I have students that are trained to do this kind of work globally. Sometimes I can't do it because I don't speak the language. They need a language that's not English. And English is my main, that's my primary language. I have students that English is their second language, or they're fluent in other languages and they can guide sessions that way. So, it's expanding. It's a high value work that's expanding out, and there's demand for it globally. And you're improving your clients' outcomes for faster resolution because they know within them where the issue occurred. Fear of flying, they might have been dealing with this for years, but this could be transformed into 1 or 2 sessions, and then they don't have that issue anymore, or fear of snakes, or fear of public speaking. So you're also helping your clients to strengthen that mind-body connection across all modalities. like massage or coaching. So if you offer other techniques, that skill set comes into play here. And you're expanding your own intuition, your intuitive and observational skills, your listening skills as a practitioner. This is going to help you in all walks of life, most especially when you're sitting with a client one-on-one. You're going to be able to reach people in other parts of the world because I'm teaching you online, live, and interactive. I'm teaching you how to do this work. And then you'll be able to work with people outside of your local area. You've got credentials for increased credibility, for trust in a recognized certification. And we've been talking about this through other episodes to give you just different viewpoints, like all of the information that I've been sharing with you since I started this podcast, since I wrote my book, since way back, has come through my students, has come through my clients' sessions. The students' practice sessions in class, my client sessions have helped to open up my perspective, really awaken that deeper part of myself and awareness to why I've always been drawn to the things I've been drawn to before it was popular. Why did I have an interest in these things? So if this empowering career path speaks to you, the last chance to register for this 2-day course is coming up April 11th and 12th. If the registration button is up, then you can click on it and sign up. I just need to be able to get you the materials electronically so you can print them out. And this is your first step before the Hypno Skill Sets certification level 1, which is in April 2 through 26, and then HypnoRegression level 2, which is May 13th through 17th. It's live, interactive, online. You can find me through brynblankinship.com. And I really just wanted to reach out because people had questions. People have been, they contact me offline or after the show, and I just wanted to address that for y'all and get this last class in here. We added a class for you if you're interested, and you can roll right in and get your certification. And another thing too is you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be present in your life for your clients, and I'm showing you how to do that so that you can work with people and support them and empower them. And with each client, you're empowering yourself. So you have been listening to, oops, I'm running out of time here. You have been listening to Bryn Blankinship, the Afterlife teacher, and you can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and check out my website, brynblankinship.com. Register if this speaks to you. I would love to see you in class. And until next time, thank you so much. You've been listening to Afterlife Teacher, Soul Lessons bringing you full circle with Bryn Blankinship. Tune into Transformation Talk Radio for more discussions of the soul's journey across different lifetimes and soul lessons gained, helping you to consider the deeper reason you are here. Bryn shares her wisdom spanning 20 years of guiding spiritual regression clients into the afterlife and connecting them with their spiritual team and soul's purpose to bring them full circle, helping you gain insight into your own soul's purpose while supporting others in fulfilling theirs. Living in partnership with your soul, with less worry and greater trust, you can be in divine flow and thrive. For more information on becoming a certified hypnotherapist and regressionist and assisting with the global transformation taking place, visit brynblankinship.com.